Hello everyone, this is ToadinWonderland and I am adjusting my mic. There we go, excuse me about that, I'm sorry. Anyway, last time we left off showing some of the courses with Air Ride in a rather lengthy introduction. I'm just going to pick up right where we left off at, and we had... Okay, why are we seeing the video again? Let me just make sure everything is in order. It is. I don't know why it showed the introduction video again. Maybe because I haven't played every course yet, that's all I can figure. Which is what I'm going to do for the rest of Air Ride in this video. The last time we had completed several missions, and by doing so we unlock other missions that we can take on. Oh god, the Tornado Challenge. That's going to be a tough one. Later on down the line, we might be unlocking something along the point here where I'll be explaining that you can get what's known as free checks. They're like little purple squares that you can use to fill up any mission of your choice, except for, I think there's a few of them that will not accept it, such as certain corners, and I think a few missions here and there. Not very many are like this, but the purple check can essentially clear any mission for you automatically. And I'm thinking the Tornado Challenge is definitely going to be one of them. This is a really tough one to pull off, just reading its description. Random note, since I just happened to catch it there, but yeah, we'll probably run into that at some point. But we're going to go start game, and we had completed the first 3 courses on the previous video. Now we're going to take on the remaining 5, allegedly 6, but I don't have the 6th or the final course unlocked. That will be coming a little bit later once I return to Air Ride and actually go through and unlock more stuff and complete more missions. But for now, we're just going to do a quick tour. We left off at Frozen Hillside, which is probably one of my favorite courses on Air Ride, and that's coming from someone who actually hates ice world levels in most games. I don't know what it is, but I cannot stand ice levels in just about every video game, except this one. I don't know why, but I love Frozen Hillside in this game. It just never gave me problems. We unlocked a couple other Air Ride machines in the process. We already showed the Wing Star, which I might use again at some point, I don't know yet. But we also unlocked Wagon Star and Swerve Star. I think I'm going to use Wagon Star for this one. Because if I remember right, Swerve Star can have a smidge bit of trouble in this course. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Wagon Star. And even though it's random that every computer gets Air Ride machine assigned to them, I will say, not in this mode, but City Trial, there seems to be a favoritism where the computers always like the Wagon Star, and then there's another Air Ride machine known as the Shadow Star that they also like, but in City Trial mode, they always go for the Wagon Star, regardless of what other Air Ride machine they have. So even if they have like a Formula Star, or even the Shadow Star, which I mentioned they also have a favoritism for that as well, if the computer AI happens to see a Wagon Star nearby, it will get off of whatever it's riding and pick the Wagon Star. The Wagon Star just seems to be the AI's favorite Air Ride machine. I don't know why that is. That's just what the developers made it to be. But for Air Ride, you don't have to go with the ones that they chose. So for instance, even though he picked Warp Star, I could change it to whatever he/she/it wants, unless it's a human player. But let's say we'll give him Swerve Star. That way we can kind of balance it out. Or better yet, yeah, give him Swerve Star, and instead of Wagon Star, we'll give him the Wing Star. That way we can kind of show off every Air Ride machine here. But with that said, let's go ahead and get the course started. I'm not sure what we're going to unlock here, but I'm using the Wagon Star, and wow, Swerve Star actually didn't do too bad. If you didn't catch that the last time, I actually do really like the Swerve Star. It's probably one of my favorite Air Ride machines. But I've always had a bit of trouble with it on this course. I do know there's a mission that requires you to bust those ice blocks. Come on. Oh, maybe I was wrong about the Swerve Star in this course because the computer player's in first place. Of course, I had to use the course's features to my advantage. Okay, fire's good here. We can melt away the ice. A lot of action going on right now, and I keep running into every wall that I see. Someone just used bomb. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little funny right now. I don't really have a cold, it's just my nose is kind of stuffy. I'm doing it this early AM, which isn't really a good idea, but It's really the only time of the day I can find peace and quiet to be able to do this without any interruptions. But with that said, you know, I really should have just blown my nose before starting the recording, but oh well. Anyway, let's just go ahead and break more of these ice blocks. I'm almost positive there's a mission that requires that. I don't remember if it's all of them or just a certain amount. Oh, you sneak. Just for that, I'm gonna use a sword on you, if you happen to come by me again. Oh man, I really need to blow my nose. The sword also busts the ice as well. Pretty sturdy sword, if I say so myself. But come on, we can't let that guy get in front of us. And I guess my assumption was wrong about Swerve Star, because that's who's in second place, very close behind me as of right now. Come on, we can do it. Yes! Man, that was really close. Wow, big difference in lap time, almost like 6 seconds there. We're gonna go ahead and skip the replay, though. And I heard the bell chime. We probably got a couple of them. Oh, just one? Wow. My favorite course, and all I get is one mission completed. Fancy that. Oh well, we're always going to come back later, and we can always evaluate what the other missions are, so no harm there. Next we have up is Magma Flows, though. Yeah, fire and ice, how about that? Just happen to show both themes at the same time. For this one, I'm tempted to use Swerve Star, but I think Wing Star will do alright here as well. We'll let one computer have it, and then I'll give somebody else the Warp Star, and I want you to have Wagon Star. Again, to kind of balance things out here. And then we'll find out which is the better air ride machine for this course. Wow, fourth, well, back at second now, but of course, it's not just the air ride machine that counts, it's how well you know the course and how well you get around the opponent players. Why am I not surprised that Swerve Star got in first place? I ought to just keep using Swerve Star from this point on. Watch, I'll say that, and then when we go to the next course, it's going to be a total failure. I don't know. Oh, shoot. I forgot about this part. Wing Star does terrible in this escalator-like thingy. If I'm not mistaken... Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of something else. There's certain air ride machines that are like motorbikes, such as the Wheelie Bike. I do know that's one of them. I think one's like a scooter and the other's called like Rex Wheelie or something like that. Cool, get the mic. But, they don't... I know the, motorcycles do not do well on the ice courses. I do know that. I don't know about this course, though, if they would be alright on here or not. I should just stay in the air, because I do go faster with the Wing Star if I'm flying in the air. Oh, that's nice. Just go right for the fire. Because that is totally smart. That's right, burn your butt. Not doing so hot right now myself. Get it? Oh, this part. Okay, there we go. If I just avoid moving, I can do well in that little escalator thingy. From what I'm aware of, that path is the fastest. Especially since you get up on top here like this. Okay, come on. He's just right in front of us. Man. Okay, I don't think we're gonna do it. Oh yes, we did! How about that? Wow! I duplicated what I did last time on the ice course. Yeah, I didn't expect too many missions to get cleared. That was kind of a lousy performance, if anything. And I don't know that I made any significant impacts on the course. Yeah. We're not doing so hot now. That's kind of sad, actually. Get with it, man. We gotta get some of these missions cleared. Maybe it's for the best, because that way it's not like clumping everything in the introduction tour videos, I guess. Okay, I said I was going to use Swerve Star, and I mean it. And we'll switch you to Warp Star, that way everyone's kind of balanced and has a chance to show off machines. We need to unlock more machines, man. But yeah, here's why I like Swerve Star. It goes at a very fast speed, from like stopping instantly up to top speed in just like a second. So it essentially has one of the best acceleration rates. The thing that sucks about it though, terrible glider. And there are certain instances where HP is not that great either. But other than that, it's essentially a good air ride machine. Now HP isn't really going to matter in air ride mode. I know I just said that a little bit ago, but I mean there is the feature where you can turn on the HP for the races, but that's kind of stupid in my opinion. You're racing, this isn't so much ideal for HP matches or battles. Now I can never, for the life of me, figure out which of those routes is the quickest for that little loop-de-loop section with the boost at the end, right before you get to the finish line. I don't know if one way is better than the other, but I essentially go both ways. I'm trying to suck up the they're not bird-ons. I'm trying to remember what that enemy's called. Flappy, I think. Yeah, it's Flappy. Bird-ons are from Kirby Superstar. But on here, they're known as Flappies. Bird-ons kind of look like... I almost said Angry Birds, and that wouldn't have made any sense. But bird-ons kind of look like the cuckoos from The Legend of Zelda. In a way. Speaking of Zelda, I have desired to want to do a Zelda LP, but the problem with that is almost all of them in general have been so overdone. Even like the handhelds, like I just feel like whatever I make for it would not be any different than what's been already shown. And I guess that path was longer, because it looks like my lap time took just a smidge bit more time. I heard the bell chime a couple times though. Let's see what we got. That's good though. Oh, purple Kirby now. Oh yeah, I guess I did have wing when I finished. I didn't even think about that. That is one of the requirements though. Next up we got Machine Passage though. This course kind of reminds me of Meta Knight's Halberd in a way. Because whenever you go on the outside part, it kind of looks like the same setting from Kirby Superstar when you're doing, when you're doing Revenge of Meta Knight, the sub-game. Or it's not really a sub-game, it's just part of the main game, but it's one of the game's features, I guess you could say. It's probably one of my favorites, too. I think everyone loves Revenge of Meta Knight, though, so that kind of makes sense. Milky Way Wishes is pretty good, though, too, but in all honesty, I think I did prefer Revenge of Meta Knight as one of my favorites. That's another story for another game now. Sadly, I never had it for the Super Nintendo, though. Kirby Superstar, that is. I do have the DS version, Kirby Superstar Ultra, with the extra ones like Revenge of the King, and you can play through all the main games as Meta Knight, and then the True Arena and all that that's on it. But, I never owned it for the Super Nintendo. I have it on Kirby's Dream Collection, which I just got not too long ago, actually. It came out in September, for those who didn't know. But anyway. That's, like I said, though, I just never had that nostalgia. I mean, I played it, I just never owned it. A lot of my friends had it, and I was a bit envious of them for having it, and then I even have a Super Nintendo myself, and I'm like, oh man, why don't I have this game? I still had a lot of great games for the Super Nintendo, though. But there's always two that I was so envious of other people owning that I never had. Kirby Superstar was one of those two. And for those interested, what a surprise, the other one was actually The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. My sister has that, actually. And I've been trying to coax her to give it to me as a nostalgia factor, but she's also a lover of The Legend of Zelda as well, so it's like, I understand, but I still try any way I can to con that out of her. I know that's a bad thing to say, but that's just how it is. I want it so bad. I mean, I have it as part of, or not part of, I have it on the Wii's Virtual Console, the VC. But, I still have that nostalgia of having the original copies of things. Anyway, for Checker Nights, this is the last air ride course I'm going to be able to show off here. Let's leave them the way it is. Although, from what I'm aware of... Oh, wow. We already unlocked some just by playing right at the beginning. I think what that mission was just to play each course at least once, though. So that makes sense that we got that. But yeah, there are shortcuts on this course, which is through these walls. But you gotta ram into them first before they open up. Shadow Star should be able to bust it in one hit, but we don't have that yet, so oops. And that's a thing with the, hey, stop spinning into me, or I'll whap my sword at you. Oh, thanks, I really needed you to bump into my rear end like that. That's what she said. Anyway, I was just saying about the Shadow Star. It's the best air ride machine offensively, aside from the legendary air ride machines, which is a topic for another mode. We'll get into that later. But with all the regular air ride machines, the Shadow Star is the best in terms of offensive capabilities. It also rivals the Wing Star in terms of gliding ability, but I still think the Glide Star is superior in gliding compared to everything else. Wow, I can't believe I made that. That's awesome. Okay, we do not want to hit those pink switches, because that will raise up some kind of wall. Which I'm sure at some point we'll see in this LP. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday we will. Oh, fun fact, the song that's playing right now is actually from the Japanese, what am I trying to say? The Japanese anime of Kirby Right Back At Ya. That's what it was. Yeah, a lot of the songs that's actually on this game, not all of them, but there's a good handful that are from the Kirby Right Back At Ya show, which I think is just called Kirby of the Stars. Halsei no Kirby, I believe is what it's called. My Japanese is terrible. I really need to learn. I've always wanted to, actually. I do know some Chinese, though, fun fact. Mandarin Chinese, that is. And I've actually been to China before, so how about that? But I've always wanted to learn Japanese language. Know a good bit about the culture, just need to get into the language. Well, modern culture, I should say. In college, I am learning about historical East Asia, which includes Japan. Still in the process of it, though, so I really can't tell you too much. And someone rose the wall. So there was that wall I was telling you about. Oh, those jerks. I tried to get the mission where you have to spin to get one unlocked when you cross the finish line. I don't know if I got it or not. Oh, wow, they were kind of far behind me. Anyway, we got a bunch there. Slick Star, Wheelie Bike. Okay, yeah, I knew there was one mission that required you to break all the walls. Let's see what we got, though. We got some of the grid revealed. Yeah, race all the standard air ride courses. We got the Wheelie Bike for doing so. This is a good speed vehicle, but it does have terrible control. That's one thing that sucks about that air ride machine. Slick Star, it's similar to the Swerve Star in a sense, in that you have to use the boost feature to be able to turn efficiently with it. But in my opinion, it's not as good. It's still a decent machine. It's got good speed and charge and everything, but... Oh, and Glide's not that great with it. Well, the Swerve Star's like that too, but it is better than Swerve Star, I believe, slightly in gliding. And I seen we cleared some other stuff too. We had yeah, I remember all these. Oh, there's the one. Finished 2 laps in under 2 minutes 18 seconds. We got Purple Kirby for doing so. I should have done that. I apologize for not showing the other colors of Kirby's. It just kind of slips my mind every time I play this game now, because I'm so used to everyone else picking their favorite colors, but I usually just go for the standard Kirby. I mean, I do like the other alternate colors as well, especially the white Kirby. I do like white Kirby a lot. Purple Kirby and green Kirby are kind of cool though too. There is one more yet. I believe brown Kirby, but we don't have that yet. Yeah, I don't see that in any of the prizes. Was that the only other air ride? Oh no, just, that's right, the Slick Star and the Wheelie Bike. But, as I had mentioned, this was only a tour of air rides, so we're actually going to save this for another time. And we'll come back, it'll probably be way in the future till we return back to air ride mode. But that's essentially just a rundown of what the mode actually is. There's other features that you can do, such as free run and time attack, but again, we'll be saving that for another point in the future. Next time, though, we're going to go ahead and explore Top Ride. I still haven't decided, after going through a tour of Top Ride and City Trout, if I'm going to do Top Ride right away and just do the rest of it after I've done the tour. I'll figure that out later on in the future. But until then, this is ToadinWonderland, and I will see you guys next time with more Kirby Air Ride, showing off Top Ride. Wow, bad outro. Oh my god. I'll be showing off Top Ride mode next time. Until then, see you guys later.